Hey, in today's video, we are going to be talking about a bleed mage build that is actually interesting and fun to use. First and foremost, we are going to head towards the impassable Great Bridge. We are going to then go across here. I will speed this clip up. And from there, we'll go towards the left. You should see some barricades as well as some enemies at the front lines there. And you just want to jump over the barricade and then continue towards the right. If you continue towards the gate there, you will have a troll that will pounce on top of you. And it's just not too fun there. Continuing around here towards the south, we eventually will make our way towards the east. We will continue up, and there we go. We should see a ladder. We're going to take this ladder all the way up. Thank goodness for the power of editing, because I'm going to clip that part out, and we can then reach the top right away. From here, we're going to drop down, and then you should see a barrel on the left side. If you did not know this, you can jump on the barrel, and you can then make your way on top of the wall here and then jump over. Now that we are on this roof, we can then just jump over and then land on the ground there. There are some beasts located to the left. Do not go that way. Instead, just go towards the east here. We are going to then come across some more enemies. Just dodge them right there. Pretty slow on the attack, so it should be avoidable. Then once you have avoided that, go up and then take a left towards the south here. You should see that there's going to be another ladder, and again, I'm going to clip this part out so we're on the top. You should see the pumpkin guy here. We are going to take him out, and once that's been done, go towards the back here, and then you can pick up the weapon. The reason why we are picking up this one, because it's great with bleed buildup. Continuing towards Cilia Understair. You then want to go up the stairs, take a left, and you should see some more stairs that you will need to progress up towards. Once you are at the top here, we can then locate the 3 towers in the distance. The first one is located towards the right here, and we just want to jump up there with our mount. I'm going to clip this off here so that we're up there automatically. You should see this brazier that you can light up. You then want to continue towards the next one, which is located towards the southeast. We can then hop on top of our mount and then traverse over there. So I've read in the comment section recently, there was one fella out there that said that I honestly did not need to show every step, right, to show you how to get these items. Yet I feel like it is definitely necessary, especially for you new players out there, because you might not know about some of the stuff, and it's just great to learn it all in one video. Now that we've lit up the second brazier, we are going to then continue on towards the third, and this can be located towards the west. So we just want to hop towards the next building and just continue onward. You should see the last ladder here. Just climb all the way up and then trigger the brazier. Once you do activate the last brazier, you will notice that the seal will then disappear all around Cilia Understair. You can then continue on towards the left side, interact with the mist door, and once you've defeated both of these fellas, you can then progress towards the north, I believe it is, and you should see that there's going to be another chest. You want to open up this chest, and you should be able to pick up the glintstone staff. Continuing on towards the round table, if you've already defeated Godric, you will see Sorcerer Roger here. Now on the left side here, you will see an option for Godric. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the whole entire quest because it completely bugged out and there are other players experiencing this. The armor is completely optional because this will boost your glintstone skills. Continuing towards the schoolhouse, we are going to then go towards the left, then go towards the east, and you should see this door right here. You will want to strike it after you've picked up the scroll because we want to continue on forward. We are going to pick up another item that can be found towards the north, and we just want to drop down here. Continuing on, if you take a left, you should see that there's going to be some rocks that you can climb up. This is exactly what you want to do. So go up and then take another left, and there will be an item right on the ledge. Pick this up, and now you have the crown. The reason why we are picking up that, I'll talk about it later on. We then want to head towards the lake facing cliffs, because we want to go towards here, talk to the fella on the bench, and if you have 2 glintstone keys, he will then reward you with an emote. And again, I will be going over this item as well later on. Then from there, go towards the west. What you should see is 2 grave sites, right? There's the one up here on the top left. Do not get this one confused with the one on the bottom, because the one at the top, there is one item, which is going to be the warming stone. You want to go down towards the bottom here and pick up this item, which can be located, again, next to a gravesite. Do not go towards the top left unless you really want that stone. But now we have another scroll. we want to go all the way towards the back of the church, talk to the Pope Pirtle, and then we want to go towards the bottom and give him the scroll. The two spells that we want to pick up is Star Shower. Feel free to pick up the Greatsword. There's also this one that we want to pick up, which is going to be the Swift Glintstone Shard. And not to mention, if you have the other scroll, make sure that you turn that in because this will reveal more spells to buy. I definitely recommend the Greatsword. That is great. Or fantastic, lack of better words. And then we can then continue on towards the next step. We want to pick up another spell, and this can be located over at Sheath Water. The reason why we are going to arrive over here, because if we open up the map, we can follow it all the way around the Volcano Manor here. Eventually, you'll reach the ending where you can then jump a gap. Right before that, you will see a Lost Grace on the left side here, and this is going to be the Primeval Sorcerer Azur, and you want to interact with him. He will then drop a spell for you. This is absolutely phenomenal because it's one of the best spells in the game, and it can destroy almost any boss, literally, if not all of them. Pick up the Common Azur and then head over towards the next location. This is going to be right over here towards the Frenzy Flame Village. Now, you might be wondering at this point, why do we have the crown and the emote? This is why, because if we head towards the tower here, you should see that within it, there's going to be a sill. You cannot go past it unless you use the emote with the crown. This is going to make the crown glow and then unlock it. You can then traverse all the way up to the top. You can pick up the hammer as well as the other spell there that's worth using. The next item we are going to pick up is an Ashes of War. This is going to be Golden Vow, and we want to head towards the War Master's shack there. Go towards the right, towards the south. You should see this fellow on top of this horse. You want to take him out, and you will be then rewarded with that skill, or the Ashes of War, I should say. Continuing on towards the Academy of Raya Lucaria, we are back here again. We want to make sure that we are at the Lost Grace known as Schoolhouse Classroom. We just went over it a few seconds ago. I showed the map there, but for this part, take a right instead of the left. You can then go all the way up to the top here. Take a left. You should see another bookshelf that you can hit. This will then reveal itself. You can go down here. What you will notice is that there's a chest here. There is a spell here that you can use. It's completely optional. It's great, actually, but we're not picking up that mainly. What we're here for is all the way at the top. We want to take this ladder towards the very top here. Go towards the right, and then we want to locate the back here, and then you should see a hole that you can drop down in. Once you do drop down, you will see another hole that you can then drop down again in. And when you head straight forward towards the south, you will see crystals as well as an item. This is going to be a talisman, and we then want to head towards the second location, which is right outside of Lucaria Academy. This vendor is going to be selling a spirit that we need to purchase, and it's going to be the imp right at the top there, the second one. Now you can head over towards Albernuic Rise. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably butchering it. You will then want to summon down the spirit, have them defeat it. You can actually tag team it, so just to make things quicker. Then you can go up to the very top. What you should see is another item, and this is going to be the second talisman. We are going to be stacking both of these graven talismans together. Now on towards the third talisman. This can be found over here at Renner Rise, or specifically the Three Sisters. You will notice there are three specific towers, one towards the right, one in the middle where Ranny is, and then one on the left where you will see another fella that you may have not introduced yourself to, and we are going to head there. I've already completed this quest, so I cannot tell you every bit. Once you do complete this whole entire quest, he will reward you with the Magic Scorpion Charm. This will boost your magic attacks by a lot. We then want to head towards the next location. This will be Lindell Catacombs. You will then want to head downwards, and you should see a door that is blocked. If you go towards the left, you can then complete the catacomb, go back up, and this will then be open. Once you are fully through, interact with the Mist Door, defeat this fella, and now you have Lord of Blood's Exaltation. And the last two items that we need to pick up for the Mixed Flask can be found right over here at Mausoleum Compound Site. You then want to go towards the northeast. you will see an tree. You want to take out the boss. You will then be rewarded with the magic shrouding cracked tier. This increases your magic damage. And the last tier we are going to pick up is the cerulean cracked tier. And we want to head towards the road of inquiry. Head towards the northeast. You will see this messed up tree in the back. And to be quite fair, if you are new to this game, this boss is not easy to take out as most trees are. This one's kind of deformed and messed up to some degree, if not to some degree completely. And when you do take him out, again, you will be rewarded with that specific tier that I just mentioned a few seconds ago. And what this does is it will completely negate your FP damage, meaning you can send out as much spells as you possibly want, and it will not decrease the blue bar up at top. Once you have all these items equipped, let's talk about the build now. We want to first activate Golden Vow with a weapon that honestly can be anything. Then switch over towards the Flamberge. This blade automatically comes with that blood buildup, which is amazing if you use an Ashes of War like I have right here. What you should see after seeing some blood loss is at the top there, it will then be activated because of that talisman. You can then throw down Star Shower if you want. You can even use Howl of Shabriri if you want. That absolutely will work. I love this blade specifically just because of that blood loss buildup. And what's great about the Gavel of Haima is that if you're becoming overwhelmed, or if it's PvP for example and someone's closing in on you, slam that hammer down. It does a lot of damage not only to players, yet to NPCs as well. And if you're curious as to why we picked up both of those cracked tiers, is because if we mix them in a flask, it does a phenomenal job against bosses. We can then take that flask, devour it down, and then let's go over towards our spell, specifically the Comet Azure. We can then activate that. Of course, I had to activate the wrong spell there. We can then activate the Comet, and now you're going to see that this health bar is going to be depleted. Radahn didn't even get a chance to reach its second phase, essentially, and it's an amazing build, guys. I definitely recommend it. It's fun to use. It's completely different. If you want, you can use the Omen blade like I have right here. You can mix it up, honestly, with any blade that does have some sort of blood loss. Of course, the Flamberge does come with it automatically, and that's why I decided to show you guys this. I wanted to do something completely different. A lot of you are so sick of the same type of builds out there, so this is something different. Try it out, and I think you guys are going to love it. Thank you to everyone that's currently subscribed and is a member. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.